Hello everyone, it is me once again, Beamon Champ 242C, or you can call me Champ from A, and today we're reacting to a video called Andrew Ditch. There's a reason why we're reacting to this, because I found out this person, apparently, I don't know if this is for sure, because I haven't really watched this video before, but apparently they faked autism. And I know some people are to be like, May, why do you care? And it's like, it is because I'm someone who has autism, and I know someone would be like, oh, you don't have autism. You do realize that autism is a spectrum. Everyone who's on the spectrum is not going to react or do the same things that everyone else is. For example, I don't need to wear, I don't like loud noises, but that doesn't mean I'm going to bring, noise canceling headphones everywhere I go. Because it depends on how loud it is, and it depends on everything else, because keep in mind, autism is a spectrum, and anytime I see people faking, autism, it's always, the same shit. It's always the same shit, honestly, where they're, where they overreact over shit, and I get it, I can sometimes overreact because of my autism, but that is because that is just something that personally happens for me. It doesn't have to happen for everyone else. And because I wasn't diagnosed with autism at an early age, it was harder for my family to try and help me with my emotions. And it's still hard today, but I'm getting the help I need. So I decided to see this video, to react to this video to see how is this person, if they actually fake autism, how do they think people with autism act? How do they think we act? Because I have autism, and I'm right here, and hopefully I don't act the way this person will, but yeah, here we go. So this is from Smokey MCC, and it's called Andrew Ditch, A Fake Reality.
The story of Andy Ditch is one of a man who fakes autism, is one of a man who abuses his family in some terrible ways. And it's also something that a lot of people say they can't sit through. They can't stand Andy Ditch. Every time his face is on screen or his voice is coming through their speakers, I mean, I can't blame them. People can't stand Andy, and I mean, imagine being his own family and having to sit through this type of bullshit all day.
Honestly, for someone who has autism, I sometimes feel like my family is embarrassed by me if I do shit that I know some people may think is weird. If I do a certain motion and then I seem really embarrassed after, because that's something I personally have with also social anxiety. But knowing your own family member is faking autism is absolutely disgusting, and I would be embarrassed. If my dad was pretending to have autism, I would be embarrassed to be his child. What the fuck? You shouldn't pretend that you have anything, because it's screwed up. It's really fucking screwed up.
That tried to get her to eat, and Andy would not accept. She's all right. Now she gets and I need to find out what her sugar.
Okay, I'm sorry not doing any commentary. It's just I am flabbergasted. He even scared the fucking dog. Even the dog was like, nope, I don't trust this bullshit. Because keep in mind, immediately right off the bat, it seems like he's acting like he's overreacting to the fact that someone won't help him. Keep in mind, I sometimes get upset when people don't help me, but I don't fucking start lying on the ground and start hitting my hand on the ground, crying, "You won't help me." When someone won't help me, I'm just pissed off a bit, but I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. I'll wait and try. So the fact that this guy fell over and is pounding on the ground yelling, "You won't help me?" What the fuck? I understand some people may, some people on the spectrum may start crying if someone won't help them, but that's something that personally happens for them on the spectrum. That doesn't happen for me. But I know, unless there is something going on that caused a person to react like this, someone wouldn't react like this. I get it. Someone may react like that, but they won't start pounding their hand on the ground yelling, "You won't help me." They'll probably, get a bit upset, but they can't control that. Just I can't control these voice cracks. My God.
He doesn't understand. We can't let it go.
Me.
He wants to be praying.
I don't want you to be in your house anymore. You won't help me.
Call the police. I've asked him
Oh, sorry.
multiple times to leave.
Things that are not true or accurate because I don't.
And he's harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
You are harassing me.
I like it.
I've asked 2 times for you to leave.
You can bully me all you want. You can keep me awake. I'm just expressing myself. You're not even. You're in your bed. You're in your chair playing games.
Okay, does this guy have like a soundboard thing on like an iPad with like hooks on it? Dude, another thing I'm also realizing here is that he's like he's like saying his words weirdly, which I understand some people on the spectrum do have problems saying words perfectly, but he's obviously faking it. And like, this is coming from, once again, someone with autism. As you can see, I could talk perfectly fine. I sometimes stutter. I sometimes say words incorrectly. But that's because I also have a speech impediment as well as dyslexia. So, the fact that this guy is acting like this, it's like, no. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed just watching you. And I'm not even your family. I'd be hella embarrassed if I was your family. Honestly, I hope his family is okay, because I'm embarrassed for them. Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine having this as your family member. Ugh, I would want to die.
No, I'm not playing games.
No, I'm going to express myself right now.
Get out.
You used to take me to movies, lunch,
Call the police if you don't like it.
and to the park.
Get out.
Stopped it only
Call the
after
police if you don't
January.
like it.
Twitter had one.
Get
I'm not giving in to you.
out.
You can abuse me all you want. I'm not going.
I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting fucking pissed off. I may have to move my fan over here because I'm getting so pissed off. I'm overheating. Ah!
Trouble with restricted entry.
And please move. I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, I don't.
Move. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go.
19.
I'll follow
I had a
you.
reading level.
You're not.
Okay, what the fucking he's using an iPad that's more made for like little kids. I've seen shit like that. But I was like, what the fuck does he mean that, like, he's gonna follow into the bathroom, or, like, that just because his family member needs to go, that he doesn't? Like, dude, why are you acting like this? Keep in mind, someone with autism here, I hate that I had to explain that a lot of times, but I know from past experience with people who also have autism, a lot of us wouldn't want to follow you into the goddamn bathroom. A lot of us understand privacy. Some of us don't understand personal space, but we can learn from that. We can learn and understand that. But like following into the bathroom and saying like, no you don't, like, bitch. Like, I understand when someone has to go to the bathroom, it's like, okay, go. I don't say, oh no you don't. Dude, what is anyone gonna say unless they're a huge manipulator and a jackass?
Following me.
I'm
Because then you're harassing
make sure
me.
you hear well I feel. I don't want you to hurt my ears!
He rammed me in the wall.
He rammed himself into the wall.
If my lawyer, I just not good.
Oh, yep, no. Pretending to overreact. I've sometimes done that where I actually overreact, but that is faking it, and I get it. People on the spectrum, some of us, we can switch our emotions really fast, and I know to some people it's uncanny. It's uncanny to me. But we don't immediately go like, oh, a gay by lawyer, and that just starts smacking our leg because we can't say something. Like, if I can't say words correctly, I'll get pissed off, and I won't just start hitting my desk. And just in case I was actually gonna hit my desk, but I can't because there is cans on my desk, so I'm gonna move some stuff around. But I would never act like this. ID by lawyer. Like, I'm not gonna hit, like, that would, like, that actually hurt my hand. But still, I wouldn't act like that if I said something wrong. I would just be like, shoot, I said it wrong, and try and say it again. Like, that's what I do in everyday life. I would not start, like, pounding my desk, and I get it, some people on the spectrum, they may get a bit upset that happened, and they may, quote-unquote, overreact when we can't help it, but I know they won't start smashing their hand on the desk and just being like, wow, like, hold on, none of us people on the spectrum would act like this. Wah! That's actually hurting my hand, dude. Fuck.
I hate words. I hate words.
Now, there is clearly something wrong with this guy, and in previous videos on him, I may have said, oh, he's completely normal, he's fine, but that's just more of the fact that he wants people to believe he has something that he does not, which is autism. And he's willing to use and abuse anybody he can in his quest to get that diagnosis. You can find cops on record saying he doesn't have it. You can find his father on record, his brother on record, his own doctors saying he doesn't have it. But Andy remains adamant that yes, he does. And once he gets that diagnosis, it's going to officially mean that people have to just accept that Andy can't do anything. Andy can't wipe his own ass. Andy can't do like any of that stuff.
That's why sometimes I get nervous when like people trying to fake a diagnosis, because sometimes they'll try and like fake proof. Because keep in mind, I went to a professional to get my diagnosis. So that means on my medical information, it proves that yes, I have autism. Yes, I have dyslexia. I now have that on my medical record. I now have that on my information. So if someone caves in to give it to him, then the family's screwed, because if they try doing anything, it just looks like they're getting mad at him when he can't help it. When it's like he's doing this for attention. He's doing this because he doesn't want to be held accountable for his actions. He wants to do whatever he wants, and if he can get that if he gets diagnosed with autism, even though he doesn't have it, then the family's screwed. We're all screwed. Like, dude, keep in mind the fact that even cops are saying it, doctors are saying it, even the dad just even proves this. Because keep in mind, this is just disgusting. You should not pretend to have autism. And I know some are going to be like, may stop pausing in between. I'm just trying to add commentary because I feel like I should say what I need to say.
And that's what he wants so greatly, to have a piece of paper that shows that he's inept to do anything.
Grab control. Is that a fire?
From what we can gather, he's from New York.
Have you heard about this guy yet?
No.
It's all fake. It's all fake.
Oh, you can hear him.
Paperwork from New York.
We went over in roll call. This is like from New York. This is what he does.
And he's trying to say that he has autism and stuff like that, but he's not listening to the doctor saying that he's trying to exclude schizoaffective disorder. But
I think I've met him before, actually.
My brother has in the past. He has in the past beat me up in the car.
Oh.
I feel threatened with him.
You can hear his brother claim that Andy has schizoaffective disorder, or at least that's what the doctors said a few years ago when that video was taken. And if Andy was online talking about that, I'm pretty sure nobody would bat an eye. But the problem is, anybody, doctor or not, who says, hey, your autism diagnosis is fake, is gonna get hurled plenty of abuse from Andy here.
Yeah.
Reach from Amazon to as far as the
autism ads. God. God, I've been talking about autism so much that I've got it in my brain. Oh boy, Jesus. But here's also another thing. I hate that he did this. Honestly, Andrew, which this person in the video calls him by Andy, so I'm just gonna call him by Andy. He's a certified narcissist. And he realizes that if he gets a diagnosis for autism, he can use that against everyone as a form of power, which you should never do. Coming from someone, once again, who has autism, I don't use it to manipulate, harass, hurt people. Anytime I tell people I have autism, it's just like, hey, I have autism, I think I should just let you know that just in case. I don't do it to be like, I have autism, you have to do whatever I say. It's like, no. No!
Clearly treated his family like dirt. You hear his brother there saying that Andy used to beat him up in the car. Andy's on record as being somebody who has poisoned his family's coffee pot in order to show them what's what for not taking his autism seriously. He's now out of the house,
come on! Good, get him out, sue him, kick him out, send him to the streets. And like I said before, someone with autism, no one in their right mind would do that. Even people on the spectrum wouldn't do that. This guy's crazy. He's fucking insane. I hate it when people like use things like, oh, they're trans, that's why they did it, or they have ADHD, that's why they did it, or they have autism, so that's why they did it, or they're like, oh, he has autism, so he can't help it, or like, oh, he has ADHD, or they have ADHD, so they can't have autism. Just because you have a certain gender, a certain diagnosis, you're a certain age, you're a certain gender, you have a certain type of religion, does not mean you can't be held accountable for something. So if I did something, and I went like, oh, I have autism, so I couldn't have possibly done that. People are gonna just be like, I don't care, you did this. You can't use autism, ADHD, schizophrenia for fucking anything. If you did something, then you gotta take accountability for what you did. Like, seriously. And keep in mind, I also don't want to see people blaming anything for anything. Like, I don't see people say like, oh, like, well, this person had autism, they did this. I don't fucking care. We do not blame shit for someone else's actions. We blame the person for their actions, not their diagnosis.
Can't abuse his elderly parents or his brother anymore, and now he lives a state away in a group home. But Andy is still remaining firm that he has autism, and he's going to prove it all for the entire internet to see. But before he did that, he left the internet. He said goodbye, everybody. He deleted every account he had for the most part, and in the process deleted hours and hours of phone calls he had recorded and uploaded online of using healthcare workers. And
shit, really?
So now Andy only has like 2 accounts left, but he's sure every couple days to come back and go, hey everyone, I know I'm leaving the internet, but here's more proof that you are all wrong and I do not fake and that I have autism. And also on his weather site, which is a completely different story for another day, because Andy's into the weather as well. He has his own like forecasting YouTube channel where he predicts the weather every now and again, but hasn't done it in years. That's besides the point though. But
yeah, that's not important right now.
He posted on one of these random accounts and was like, listen, here is the document that says Andy Ditch has now been recognized as an...
Okay, and I'm reading this just in case he doesn't. So, Andrew Ditch, or Bob, so this is, I guess, when he was born, carries a diagnosis of autism which poses certain, I can't really read that, challenges and safety risks. Andrew currently lives in a group home in Pennsylvania. Okay, right off the bat, I feel really weird about this, and I hope that this is fake. When I got diagnosed with autism, they put it down as autism spectrum disorder, or ASD. See, like right here, they put it down as this, ASD. See right here, autism spectrum disorder, ASD. They put it everywhere. They always put it as autism spectrum disorder. They never put it down as diagnosis of autism. They never said that. They put down that I have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, on this day, as well. I've also been diagnosed with like blah blah blah. You're like, I can't even read that. This is so fucking blurry and it seems so fucking fake.
Autistic man by the city of Erie, Pennsylvania, and people were like, hold up, that's crazy, because this is a man who's almost 40 and has gone to hundreds of doctors in his life and never got that diagnosis before. What changed now? Well, nothing, because when you look at this document a little closer, you can notice some major discrepancies. One of which, and the main one being up top there, it says date of birth 6/7/1985. Then right below it says 6/7/1986.
Oh wait, yeah, right here. So it says right here it's an 83, or 83 or 89. I think that's 83. And then up here it says 86. Boy. What? Oh my god, I paused for a second because I was trying to read what the fuck he put down here. And it says, Andy will seek out items of interest, specifically roads and bodies of water. I was like, what does it mean by roads and bodies? Like human bodies?
There's also a part on the bottom of the page where Andy just forgets to write his name and leaves in.
Oh yeah, it says name have close. Like it's supposed to say, like, dude, this is so fucking fake. It's embarrassing how fake this bullshit is.
Name. Just all capitals, name, N-A-M-E, name. And
yeah, you could tell he like wrote this out and then was like, okay, now to put in this put in the information here. I sometimes do that, like sometimes before I send something out, I'll sometimes put like something blank there for me to insert it later, or like even like look over it before I do, and sometimes I'll miss stuff and then I'll edit it before, like I'll edit it. But like, dude, this is so fucking bad. This is so bad.
There were also people in the comments section saying, hey, you know, these codes Andy's putting out there, they're not recognized codes in this field. And like, again, I have no idea about anything of like autism diagnoses and all that. I just know Andy doesn't have one, and people who know their shit have said the same. And
keep in mind, I don't personally know if I got a code, but if I did, it's best not for me to tell it, because I feel like Andy, if he ever sees this video, he's gonna be like, oh, so that's the code I use, and it's like, no, go get your own, go make up a code that everyone's gonna tell is obviously fake all over again, bitch.
So yes, the guy who fakes autism faked a document saying he has autism.
Yeah.
So that's really all you need to know about Andy right there. This means the world to him. I think somewhere in his mind, he thinks that this diagnosis will prove everyone who's ever said that he's capable wrong. Because Andy truly wants people to believe he can't do anything himself. Now, that's despite him faking all these documents, posting community posts that are paragraphs long with very few spelling mistakes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like personally, I feel like all of this is for manipulation and narcissism, because he doesn't want to do jack shit. He just wants to be a real life adult baby. And it's just like, oh, if I get this autism diagnosis, then everyone has to do everything for me. It's like, no, they don't. Unless this guy actually had autism and was shown that he can barely live on his own and he needs someone to help take care of him, then that'd be understandable. But this is all just faking. This guy can live on his own, but first he needs to fix his wacky ass brain, because this guy is a certified narcissist and manipulator and abuser.
Andy is somebody who can get shit done when he wants to get it done, but not when it's like, not when it's something that he doesn't want to do himself, like wiping his own ass. People think he gets off on it, on the power of being able to just say, I need this done right now, so you guys better do it. And
yeah, that's the thing about some people. They like when people do whatever they want for them. Like, they get off of being a narcissist and just feeling like, oh, I get everything I want. And sometimes that happens from like people doing that from childhood, because some people realize when a young age that they can do whatever they want, and then they get off to doing whatever they want. So when they're told no, then they get upset. It's like, because keep in mind, I don't know how Andy's parents raised him. I don't know how they raised him, but if they never raised him saying no, like they gave him whatever you want, that's really bad, because then he learns that I can get whatever I want and no one can say no to me.
The only way he can get that is by going, oh, I'm autistic and I can't do it myself. And so basically, now we're at this
the fake overreacting.
He's trying to throw anything at the wall that he can to make the internet realize that he doesn't fake. And it's not working very well. It's not.
Yeah, he's literally got a toolbox, like, full of shit, and to fix literally, I'm just saying this the best I can. I moved my mic forward, so just in case my audio is terrible, but literally, he's trying to use everything in a toolbox against a nail, besides the one thing that he needs is the hammer. Like, he'll use a wrench, he'll use a crowbar, instead of the one thing which he needs is the hammer, to hit that nail, so he can understand that he needs to get some common sense. But of course, he doesn't want to. He wants everyone to bend down to his will and just be like, oh yes, of course, I'll help you wipe your ass because you have autism, even though you fucking don't.
Working at all, so badly to the point that he felt that he needed to come back and post this incredibly long and drawn out community post that we're gonna read here today.
Oh, here we go.
I do not fake, and you people who say that, you're the true fakers.
Person with autism here. Once again, I'm muting this because I actually caught the ad this time. Boy, say that to my face. Like, say it to my fucking face, dude. Oh my god.
he comes out swinging because he clearly has seen what the internet is saying about him. Now, they don't make these accusations blindly. As I've said, Andy records like every phone call he has when he calls health workers or calls like hotlines to help him with his mental health.
Which is really fucking weird.
Things. He calls them, and eventually it leads into him screaming or hanging up the phone or talking down to them. He's always just the worst. So when he says to the people who say I abuse my family, and nurses and others, to those who say I fake to get my way in attention, I want you to know I am not on mental health meds. No new meds. So Andy is basically just saying, hey, for all you people who say I poisoned my family, for anyone who says really anything against Andy, he wants you to know he's not on his meds. Now, I don't know, to me,
I feel like another thing he's also trying to say is that, like, whoever is saying this shit, that's a lie, because I'm not on medication, so I'm perfectly fine. Because, like, he even says this, he even says this just in case, because, like, this is what he said. To those who say I abuse my family and nurses and others, to those who say I fake to get my way and attention, I want you to know I am not on mental health meds, no new meds, as in no new medication. So, he's pretty much saying, like, he's just, like, basically, he's like, oh, I'm not on any type of medication because I'm perfectly fine in the head, which you're not, dude. You're a narcissist. And the thing is, by the sounds of it, you do abuse family, you do abuse the nurses, and you do fake autism to get what you want, so you can get attention, which the only attention you're getting is negative attention, because everyone hates you.
Is him trying to like explain all of it away to try to defend himself. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he's saying something else, but to me he's saying I'm not on my meds, I can't be blamed for it. Now Andy is somebody who, when he gets in like an argument with somebody or somebody does something he doesn't like, he'll say, well, I don't need my diapers no more. Well, then I'll force myself to go lay down in some snow outside. So the reason I bring that up is because when they get Andy Ditch some medicine for whatever he has, I hope he takes it, because he tries to be very defiant, and he may not take these things just to try to prove a point to the people who...
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with this person. I feel like the reason why he's also, if he does actually have to take medication, I feel like he wouldn't be taking it because I feel like in his brain it shows a power dynamic. Like, he won't do what you say, but you're supposed to do what he says, because he's the almighty. He's the god of this house. He's the god of the family. He's number one. When in reality, he's just another person in the family. The number one people in the family is everyone else besides Andy. He's on the he's on the lowest point. Even the dogs higher on him of the tier of who's more important, because he's underneath the dog, and usually the dogs are always at the bottom of the pack. He's at the very, very lowest. He's lower than the dog. The dog has higher status than he does.
Say he doesn't have what he wants them to say he has. He then says, what is new? I have parent control to keep me off social media and see the bullies, lies, and hate. I am so much happier. I am going to say this and post this and then put away my table. I don't read anything on social media anymore. I don't miss it or care about it. So when
I feel like this is a lie, because he probably also I feel like he's also reading it, and the fact that he says that he has parental controls, for someone who has parental controls on their phone and our family doesn't know how to fucking turn them off, you cannot see comments at all on parental controls. But keep in mind, you also can't post shit. You can't post anything. So either he's lying about the parental controls, or somehow these parental controls are allowing him to post shit like this. I also love the fact that he says, I am going to say this and post this, then put away my table. I think he means his tablet. I don't read anything on social media anymore. I don't miss it or care about it. Then why the fuck are you posting this? And literally a few minutes before, you said, like, obviously you've been reading social media, because you literally came out saying that, like, people, like, saying that fuck, hold on. You literally say, like, he's saying that he doesn't read social media, but why then literally say a few minutes earlier that, oh, I haven't abused anybody. Like, I didn't abuse, like, anybody who said I abused the nurses or my family, I didn't do that because I don't have to take a medication. Another thing also is that you also are probably reading shit because you're going on social media, recording calls you have with people, and then trying to throw yourself a pity party, seeing if anyone would pretty much just try and comfort you. Like, literally, he posts that because he's probably, I feel like personally, he's posting that shit to get attention, hoping some poor soul will just be like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's like, no, it's not okay.
He says he has parent control. Now, I'm wondering, right, is he back in contact with his parents and they're, like, telling him don't be online? Or is he just saying he's under, like, supervision of some person at his group?
I feel like he's pretending. He's pretending to have parental control.
And they were probably like, listen, Andy, no more of all this internet shit. It's making you go crazy. Which, to be fair, it probably was. But when he says the bullies, lies, and hate, these people are not bullying you, Andy. Like, this video I'm making now is not a bully video.
And this video I'm making reacting to this, calling you out, is also not a bully video. I'm just saying the straight facts. Because, like, the fact that he also says that, like, I had parental control to keep me off social media and see the bullies, lies, and hate. Oh, and Milky disconnected. We're not bullies, dude. We're just telling you the facts. We're telling you real life information that you need to hear, but you don't want to take accountability because you want all of us to believe in this fake reality you've made. You want all of us to go to your little Delulu land when we're trying to drag you back down to reality. But you're just like, no, take me back to Delulu land. Like, you're trying to, like, force yourself onto that cloud of Delulu land and be like, take me back. And it's like, no, you're gonna have to come down to reality and realize what you're doing is fucked up. But you don't want to, because you'd rather stay in Delulu land where everything is controlled by you.
It's a video talking about Andy's past, what he's saying now, and why it just doesn't add up. Now, there's something about Andy that, in my opinion, is a little bit different than most of the people we cover here on the channel. Look at someone like Cyrax. He has an army of trolls dedicated to messing with him. Chris Chan, for God's sakes, is like probably the most popular story. Tofiachu has the Chew Crew. All these people have like groups of trolls that go after them because they are like labeled a lolcow, which is something Andy is too. But Andy, to me, doesn't get that same treatment. There's not people calling his group home going, oh man, like, kick that guy out, he shits in diapers and he's making you clean it. Like, people aren't going out of their way to troll Andy Ditch, you know what I'm saying? Like, but don't get me wrong, I guarantee you it's happened. People have probably emailed him, people have probably called him and go, like, you abuse me, stop abusing me, Andy, and like...
Okay, I'm just gonna hold on here real quick. The fact that he's also using diapers and forcing someone to wipe like his ass for him is disgusting. And like, keep in mind, I understand if people have to wear diapers because of a medical problem, but that's most of the time. Like, I found out from from people, like from family members, that they have to wear a diaper because of medical problems where they can't hold their bladder. That doesn't mean though they can't hold their own shit in and just shit themselves. Like, he's doing that on purpose. Because keep in mind, this mostly happens like during the night. And I know that because one of my family members, he has since passed away. He had a problem holding his bladder overnight because of old age, so he had to wear diapers during the night. But he could perfectly go to the bathroom and shit himself perfectly in the bathroom. He didn't do it in his own diaper and then force someone to wipe it for him. Andy's just doing that because he wants to make himself feel like powerful, when in reality he's just being an idiot.
You know, he probably gets pissed off, and that's that. But what I'm saying is, there's not, like, this great access of YouTube videos of people, like, just trolling Andy, or people calling Andy and fucking with him. It's always the other way around. It's Andy calling other people, like his father, or hotlines, and he's the one trolling them. So
yeah, literally. Usually most of the time when you see locals, there's always that group of people that are making fun of him. In this situation, the locale is making fun of himself. Like, that's what it is. Usually it's the trolls attacking the locale, but right now it's just the locale attacking the locale. It's the weirdo attacking the weirdo. It's not people just attacking a random person that people see as weird. It's right now an obviously weird, fucked up person. It's just bullying himself, and then he's like telling everyone else to stop bullying him. When in reality, he's doing it to himself. You're doing it to yourself, Andy.
It's so weird when I hear him say bullies when the only bullying I ever see comes from Andy himself. Again,
he's bullying himself.
All these videos where people call him out and shit are bullying, but really, like, the dude fakes autism. Like, it's on the record.
Yeah, like, my video and this person's video, because I'm reacting to this is not a bully video. This is a video just saying the straight up facts and the fact that you don't want to take accountability. Andy doesn't want to take accountability because he wants to live in Delulu land. So when he sees videos like this, he's like, oh, like, you're bullying me. It's like, no, we're just trying to bring you back to reality, dude. Especially since I have autism and I'm trying to bring you back to reality, to realize you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't abuse your family. You shouldn't talk down to nurses or doctors. Because keep in mind, they don't get paid enough for that shit. Some of them probably don't even get paid at all, which is really sad. So the fact that you're talking down to them, they don't get paid enough for that. They took years and years of school to learn how to help people. They didn't take years of school to be talking down to like the other child. They did it so they could help and save lives. They didn't do it so they could be talking down to a piece of shit like you.
It's something worth noting, especially when he goes to all these like lengths just to try to prove something is real that's not. He then goes on to say some more new things. I have used AAC to help me more, learning other ways AAC can help me. Learn tools to regulate and communicate myself better. Have structure and routine. Like, so basically, just look, it looks like Andy's getting the care that he's getting, and he's getting the help that he's wanted, and he's saying that this is a new day for him. Consistency, ladies and gentlemen, consistency is the key. And if these people at this group home are trying to ingrain in Andy some new ways for him to communicate and to be a more, like, functioning member of society that isn't as abusive as he is right now, then good on it. Like, I don't want to sit here and go, no, Andy can't get better. I hope he does.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, if these people are trying to help him so he can learn not to abuse his family, then that's a good thing. But if they're just, like, egging into the fact that he may have autism, it's just no. Because keep in mind, he's saying he's using AAC to help me more, learning other ways AAC can help me. I know, personally, people who are on the spectrum, they don't really trust AAC. But I don't really know. I never used AAC. The thing is, he's also said that, like, to learn tools to regulate and communicate myself better. I hope if he's actually in a group that they're just trying to help and learn that, like, hey, these people aren't trying to make fun of you. They're trying to help you take accountability and for you to stop abusing people.
I genuinely hope he does. I hope one of these days Andy Ditch makes a video and he's like, holy shit, was I the worst? Like, oh my god. Wow.
We need a video where this guy takes accountability.
All those people that I put through that shit, like laying in traffic and making the whole police force like come out.
Wait, you laid in
deal with my bullshit.
No way he laid in traffic. Hold on, I need to see this shit. There's no way this fucker laid in traffic. Hold on. I know I'm spelling shit terribly. I know. Fuck you. Okay, I don't think there's actual pictures, but this is clearly terribly edited, but by the sounds of it, fuck my god. But by the sounds of it, he probably did this and doesn't want to take accountability. Sorry, getting off topic. My bad. That was way uncalled for.
And yes, I know it's not going to happen, but if Andy can better himself, if Andy can come to the realization that, you know, he doesn't have autism and he can be somebody who isn't just calling people all hours of the night to scream at them, he's somebody who can actually get out of his chair to help his elderly mother, like when she's on the ground and can't get up. Because that's a video that, you know what, I'm just going to play it. One of the most horrible videos of all time. If you've never seen this, it's Andy Ditch recording his mother while she's on the ground. She's an elderly woman.
Stop.
She's fallen and she can't get up. And instead of getting up to help her, he sits there, pulls out his camera, and basically just says, "What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly goose? Get up."
She just fell off the chair, Dad. She wasn't even bending over. Yeah, you were sitting on the chair.
If she says no, then it's no, Evie.
Dad, why is the chair backwards like it is then?
Try to hang on to the
No, Dad, I was watching her.
Hurt yourself or break your goddamn jaw.
I was watching her. She was sitting on the chair and she fell off of it. Leaning over. Dad, she's leaning off the chair and she's going to bend
She does a
over.
lot of things. That's why I say you gotta watch her.
She's like Grandma.
Andy, please.
You
Now
are...
you know what kind of job I got. And these pop bottles and stuff need to be in them bin out there so I can get them back to the store.
I will do that after dinner.
I need to let you know that I...
Yes.
Boxing Day in July is happening.
Take care of, plus I gotta take care of your mother.
I know. It's also not easy walking over the laundry basket in the back hallway. Maybe Joe could help you with getting that.
What did you say?
My knees killed me.
Well, Mom, you don't do anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly cut in here. The fact that he's recording his mom and not doing anything is absolutely disgusting, because keep in mind, I don't have to help my mom think she's like able to do stuff right now perfectly fine, because like she's in her 50s. She's still able to do a lot of things that I feel like some people won't believe that a 50-year-old could do. Like she's a strong ass lady, but like you're not gonna help your own mother. Like the fact, like you can already tell the dad probably has like some back issues because he has a thing around his waist. Like he may have back issues. And he has to help his poor wife because their son is such a piece of shit and is not doing anything. Especially since the mom is saying that her knees are like killing her. I'm worried if she has some sort of arthritis in like her knees, or like if she broke something, because she's sitting on the floor. It seems like something happened, and instead of trying to help her, he just whips out his tablet or phone and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna record this," and it's like, bitch, no, help your goddamn family, help your family. I realize some of my family members are gonna watch this and they'd be like, "May, you don't help your vote," and that's because she's a Bible thumper and fucking homophobic, and I don't like her, and I don't want her to come near me. She doesn't understand personal space. She kisses my hand, guys. My vote kisses my hand. At least my grandma, my dad's side understands personal space. Thankfully, she understands personal space. She's a great lady.
He's laying in bed all day.
So do you. So be quiet, please. You don't do much of either or anything.
The past 2 days.
Ha! When you get called out by your own fucking dad. Dude, I know I sometimes lay down, but at least I also try to get up to do shit. I get up so I can check on my cats, see if there's anything in the fridge I can drink, because, you know, sometimes I get a dry throat. I see if there's anything I have to do. Hell, I get up to also help, like, edit these videos and see if there's anything going on. I make sure to get up to also, like, take my cat outside for walks, because, you know, Lauren likes going outside. Even if I just have to do it in the backpack, he likes going outside. I don't lay my ass in bed all day just hoping that somehow someone will magically carry me to everywhere I go, because dude, no, I'm too old to be carried.
Days I was taking easy for my emotional well-being, Dad. Dad, look at her struggle. That's not fair for her.
Are you fucking... Then why don't you do something? Keep in mind, they're using like a walker. It's a walker with wheels. It's a bit more easier than walkers where you actually have to lift. So I don't think they can lock the wheels on this one. But you should be helping her get up. You shouldn't be recording. The fact that Andy's just like, look at her, she's struggling. It's like, yeah, because you're not helping. You're not trying to help your poor mother.
Push! Well, then don't yell at me so loud. You can't do it. Paramedics.
No.
Yeah, no matter how many times I watch that, probably one of the worst videos like ever posted on the internet. Like, Andy, what are you doing just to sit there and complain like, she needs to move more, Dad, and I'm laying in bed for my emotional health. Look at her struggle and shit.
Oh my god, that is so fucking gross. Keep in mind, I sometimes laid in bed sometimes because I was having a terrible time, but I still try and get out more. And keep in mind, even if she does walk around outside more, I don't personally know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know medical shit. But depending on how old she is, it may help a bit, but it won't help like 100%. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a weird ass furry on the internet. But still, the fact that he's also saying that is so fucking disgusting. Like, I hope the mom is okay right now. And the fact that even like the dad even said call paramedics, and she immediately yelled no. Like, this probably happened in the past, and she doesn't want to deal with the paramedics because something probably happened, and I guess something happened with Andy, which she doesn't want to happen again.
Just what a piece of shit. That's horrible, man. Everyone understands my needs and behaviors and disability. Everyone understands how to help me. Everyone understands me. Everyone wants to help. Everyone has patience with me. Okay, so it's just, look at those 5 things he just listed. Not a single one of them is correct. No.
Yeah. Like, dude, how everyone understands my needs and behaviors and disability. No, they don't. Because, you don't have a disability. They don't understand your needs because your needs are fucking bogus. And they understand your behaviors because you're a jackass. Everyone understands how to help me. If they understand how to help you, they understand how to help you because you need your brain fixed. Everyone understands me. No, everyone wants to help me. That's probably because it's also their fucking job, and they want you to actually see how much you need help. Everyone is patient with me. That's also because they need to, because they don't want to, get a fist thrown in the face or have an adult throw a fake tantrum.
Nobody understands Andy. Everyone knows he's got something wrong with him, whether it be the schizoaffective disorder or, as people have theorized before, Munchausen syndrome, which makes it so Andy thinks he has stuff that he doesn't have, which that would explain a lot. But his needs, Andy's behaviors, absolutely not, because you're so unhinged. When he said shit like this, I think about a video we did like a month ago where Andy's caregiver is in the room with him, and Andy just starts screaming at the guy when he says, you don't have autism and you know that. Like, Andy's like, no, now I'm gonna cook by myself, and yeah, I might burn the place down, but doesn't matter.
My god. And
the guy is just like, he's so confused by everything Andy's doing. He's trying his best to calm Andy down, but the dude's a professional, so eventually, Andy goes outside, lays in snow for a little bit, and then everything's back to normal. But
yeah, because these guys have to be a professional. They're paid to help people. They learned a lot of shit so they could help you. They didn't learn a lot of shit to deal with your fake tantrums. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Oh god. I also feel like I forgot, and then I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna say. I feel like he's also going to say, oh, I have Asperger syndrome, which I think is a type of autism. I don't really remember. I remember there's a type of autism that had a very awkward name, but I feel like he's gonna be like, oh, I have that, and then people who don't know what that is are gonna be like, oh, that makes sense, which is a form of autism. Like, hold on, I'm dumb. Hold on. I am an idiot.
According to Healthline.com, Asperger's syndrome is no longer a standalone diagnosis. It's now part of the autism spectrum disorder.
Okay, so just in case, because I'm an idiot, it is a form of the autism spectrum. So if this guy's like, oh, I have Asperger's syndrome, he's trying to find another way to say his autism.
Andy makes things incredibly hard for people, to the point where I don't think a single one understands what his needs are.
Yeah.
Everyone understands how to help him? Again, no. And understanding him in general? No. Like, this now goes further than just, like, disabilities or whatever you want, like mental illness. Like, you as a person, Andy, nobody knows what you want. Nobody knows if this is, like, a thing you do for pleasure, or really why exactly it is you do these things that you do. Everybody wanting to help you, that's probably the truest of everything you said here, because these people who are working at these group homes you live in, they probably do want to see you get better, but not because you're like sick and need the help. They want you to like change your attitude and realize what you're doing wrong, and you won't do that. So that's why, like I said, it's kind of true, but not really. And having patience with you're lucky people do. Your dads run out of patience. All these workers, they're getting paid to have patience with you, but you push people's limits so far that, you know, you can't really blame them for ever lashing out back at Andy. And the workers or the people he calls on the phone, those people rarely, if ever, snap back at him. But his father or his brother, that's a different story.
Yeah, because keep in mind, these people who he's harassed, there's this family who, once he breaks their patience, they don't give a shit. There's no consequences. But then people who are supposed to help people, or like, you know, are paid to help, they have to have a huge bunch of patience. And they're forced to have it. Like, they may no longer be patient with you, but they're like, I have to because it's part of my job. Which is really fucking scummy, because if Andy knew that, he could try and use it to abuse people.
One redirect me, helps me, reassures me, and more. This has allowed me to be able to be at the level of functioning like when I was able to work part-time. I am doing so much more than I did then. So, if that's true, good on you, Andy. Like, I know it's not gonna happen, but if Andy's saying here and he eventually does go, wow, you people helped me so much that I feel like I could go back to the workforce. You know, I can work at like a Circuit City that closed down like 15 years ago, and I can work in the backs like sorting out different electronics. That's probably something Andy could do. It genuinely is, but he'll never do it. He never wants to do that because really he wants to sit around all day. Like you heard it in the video with him and his mom. He needs like an emotional support day or emotional relief. He's always going to be like that. But if he truly means what he says, which we all know he doesn't, and he fakes like 99% of the time, well, 100% of the time, but maybe this is the 1%. Because of all the help and reassurance he's getting, he has felt at the same level as he was back years ago when he worked at McDonald's. But that's, again, all this stuff is just yet to be seen. It's Andy saying it in one community post. I imagine it won't be long before he's just back to re-uploading calls of him freaking out at some random poor old woman who's just trying to help him figure out what's going on with his mental health that day. And then that goes all out the window when he says, I have help with take a shower and diaper changes just like I did when I worked.
Oh, come the fuck on. Like I said, once again, person with autism. I know some people may need help with this, but it is fucking disgusting to use it as a power dynamic. That is fucking disgusting.
I have less decisions and expectations. I'm doing really well. Again, Andy, you don't need that, though. Like, that's...
Exactly. Especially since I understand. Some people on the autism spectrum, they need help with decisions and explanations. But it's also better to try and help someone with autism, to try and help them themselves, to try and help that person on the spectrum learn how to do that themselves. Because, like, I know it may be tricky, but it's best for them to learn themselves. So the fact that he's like, I have less decisions and expectations, you should have more. You should decide shit for yourself.
That's the biggest thing about this. Like, you're talking about working at a job, I'm only assuming because you need money. And you're like, well, yeah, I can do that. I can probably work at a part-time job. But taking a shower and changing my diaper, you know, the things where people have to get intimate with your body, those are the things you can't do. That sounds fucking sus. I'm sorry.
And it also sounds really disgusting. Keep in mind, he's saying that he can't do a part-time job. Like, dude, I do volunteering, and I have autism. I do volunteering at a shelter, and you want to know what I do? I have to sweep, I have to mop, I have to clean up cat litters, I have to change water, I have to clean and change water if it's contaminated. I have to socialize with all the cats to make sure that they're safe. I gotta make sure that the main manager cat is also safe because he recently had a injury with his tail. And like, keep in mind, this is all volunteer work. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I also don't get paid for taking the trash out. I don't get paid to make sure that there aren't any cats dashing out the door. I don't get paid to do the cat litter. It's all volunteer work. And am I complaining? No. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy that I get to do that shit because it helps me have an experience, and that way I can also work with animals, something that I feel more comfortable with. So the fact that this guy's like, I may be able to go out to work, and it's like, dude, I have autism, I have social anxiety, and I'm able to do volunteering just fine.
Sorry, like the fact that you can do all these things, but when it comes to like, just touching your most weird areas, it's just odd to me. Like maybe I'm drawing a major like I'm going way off the grid here, but that's what it sounds like to me. It's like what?
And I don't blame you, because keep in mind, the only person that should be touching your private parts, unless it's your partner or unless it's your partner, is yourself. No one that doesn't need to should not be touching your private parts. It's disgusting if someone who has to take care of you has to touch those private parts for no fucking reason. Like, there's no reason for someone to be touching around your down there, because, unless they need to, which obviously you don't need that. You can do that perfectly yourself if you don't want to.
Wipe my ass, clean me, and then while you're at it, while I'm sitting here drying off, clean my room too. While I sit on my tablet here and write out these long paragraphs that I need people to read. And at the beginning of the video, I said he doesn't have many grammatical errors or spelling mistakes. I was completely wrong. I was so wrong on that one. There's a lot of this here. And like we do in every Andy Ditch video, it is now time for some finger pointing. And who is that finger pointing at? Well, his father, of course, like it always is. And Andy's trying to say, why do I not have the behaviors issues I had at my dad's house? What are you talking about? Like, don't get it twisted. You definitely had behavioral issues at your dad's house. We watched those videos earlier where you were just like on the ground screaming about shit, but you do it here as well. Like, you were doing it just a few weeks ago in that aforementioned clip I was talking about, where he was like freaking out at the dude for not making him a cheeseburger. Then he had to go lay down in snow. Like, the behavioral issues are a universal thing when it comes to you, Andy. Doesn't matter where you're at. And you're trying to say, oh, it's my dad's fault. Me being away from him is helping me tremendously. And
oh my god, I hate that some people are like this. Keep in mind, I understand that getting away from people, certain people can have, like, for example, when I blocked my ex and I just started hanging out with people I care about, I felt so much better. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders because I didn't have to deal with his suicide baiting. I didn't have to worry about him asking me things I wasn't comfortable with. But in this situation, he's pointing all of his stuff at his dad because he doesn't want to take accountability. Fuck, I can't say shit.
I think that's what he's doing here. When all's said and done, it's just going to be him going, man, I'm so much better without my dad. It truly was that evil Thomas Ditch who held me back all those years.
Because I also feel like it's because of, like, when his dad was, like, had enough, when he finally broke his patience, he realized his dad wasn't going to bend over backwards for him, and so instead of being like, I should take accountability for what I did, he's like, it's all my dad's fault, I'm only getting better because I'm away from my dad. And it's like, no.
Really, his poor father is one of the few people left in this world who give any semblance of a shit about him. And he then goes, maybe people interact with me and help me at an age level I am at, to be simple for you to understand. People interact with me as if I am a toddler. They help me regulate at a toddler. They help me regulate at a toddler. I think he was trying to spell they help me regulate as a toddler, or like something around there. But still, you want to know why people were treating you like a toddler? It's because you're acting like one. Like, literally, in that first clip we saw in the beginning of this video, you were acting like a literal toddler, like banging your hand on the ground, covering your ears, like you were acting like a toddler, and you're a grown-ass man. Like, dude, the reason why they're treating you like a toddler is because you act like one. With my self-care skills at a toddler okay, hold on. This is the problem here. The fact that you know that, the fact that you're sitting here saying that and going, treat me like a toddler, damn it, is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I feel like if somebody who has that type of, like, disability to where their mind is at that level.
Keep in mind, there's people in real life who have the disability. Either they're born with it or something happens and they eventually have to be treated like one, and it's sad. But they have they have to have it because that's sadly the way their life functions. They have to be treated like a toddler so that way they can have a functioning life. You should not be treated as a toddler if you're a grown-ass man and you can do things on your own. For example, like I said before, I'm 117. If I get hungry, I can just go and make myself some scrambled eggs. Why? Because I'm growing up and I'm learning how to become an adult. I do not need to be treated like a toddler. I do not need to be told, oh, when it's my bedtime. Like, hell no. And what just happened? Sorry about that.
They're not going to have the ability to go, oh yeah, do you know I have a low, like I'm only 8 years old in my mind, you know, like I said, again, I have no idea on mental health. I have no idea on things like autism and all that. I just know that Andy doesn't have it. I've seen that paperwork. But like, again, to me, is it odd that this man is just trying to say, hey, talk to me like I'm a toddler? Like, feels like if he was really in that mindset, he wouldn't even be able to talk like this. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments and I'll gladly.
Like, if he was in the mindset of a toddler, he wouldn't even be able to, like, talk. I'm sorry, but I feel like this is some fetish shit. Like, he gets off of being treated like a toddler. I'm sorry, he can prove me wrong if he wants to, but if he doesn't, fetish, maybe, I don't know. I'm stupid, okay?
Eat crow. It just seems very odd for Andy to say, listen here, it's totally my dad's fault, and it's because people weren't treating me like a baby. I need to be treated like a baby, and yeah, that's it. Like, that's that. That's how you're gonna fix Andy. But it's
yeah, like he even says it right here. Maybe people interact with me and help me at an age level I am at. To be simple for you to understand, people interact with me as if I am a toddler. They help me regulate as a toddler. They help me with my self-care skills as a toddler to a year-old level. Not like what my dad did. That's because your dad was doing the right thing and treating you like a fucking adult that you are. You should be treated like a fucking adult. You do not have autism. You do not have anything that would make you act or need to be treated like a toddler. Because obviously, for also this, you don't need to be treated like one. Obviously.
To me, I don't know. The fact that he's telling them, hey, come on, treat me like a baby, is the weirdest part about it.
Yep.
Maybe I'm wrong. I have to keep repeating that.
Nope. I feel it. It's gross.
Things I've said, and maybe it's not even that controversial. I just feel like it could be really wrong. And if it is,
imagine after this video goes up, I get canceled. Knock on wood.
Again, you'll go down to the comments and you'll see my pinned comment, me say something like, oh shit, yeah, my bad, guys. But just let me know, because I don't...
Let me look. There's no pinned comments so far, so I think we're all good.
Like this, what Andy's saying it all right here. Maybe dad abuses me and neglect me because he compares me to be a normal adult and I can't be.
Bro, he's not abusing you or neglecting you. It's the other way around. You're abusing your dad and you're treating him like shit. Like literal shit. You're not taking care of your family when obviously they need help. They're elders. Like, that's the thing about having a child. That's the thing when I really feel bad about having a child. Like, when you grow up and into adult, you gotta help your parent. You gotta help your parents because, you know, they'll be unable to help themselves. They do not need someone acting like a toddler when they're a grown-ass man.
I say that because it makes me happy to have help to do things as asked and to have good behaviors. Do you see how he mentioned there at the top, though, that his dad abuses him and neglects him? His dad answers every phone call that Andy makes, even in moments where his father is going through it. Like, there was this one time where Andy called his dad. His dad's on the way to the hospital to see Andy's mom, who was in a really bad way, and she may have passed away at the time. She didn't. I don't think she's doing very well now, but she's probably, like, at least she's doing better, maybe. But I remember...
Like, I don't know about Andy's mom, but I hope she gets better soon. Like, Jesus. Getting, like, really ill at old age is really scary. Because, you know, you can get sick way more easier and you don't know what's going to happen.
At the time, his dad's like, Andy, I got to go see your mother. She's not doing well. And Andy's like, Dad, I don't care right now. You need to help me figure out how I'm going to get help with, like, some paperwork I got to get done. And
figure it out yourself.
He's like, yeah, and then my dad neglects me and all this shit. His dad literally sits there on the phone, talks with him, even when Andy's saying some bullshit, even when Andy's accusing him of all this, like, fake shit, like him abusing him and all that. It's terrible. It's terrible. He puts so much weight on his father.
Yeah.
Who really,
like, by the sounds of it, his dad's a great dad. He's trying his best, but Andy eventually broke that trust. He broke his patience, and now his dad can't handle it anymore. Because while his dad is trying to take all this weight off of Andy's shoulders, you know what Andy's doing? Adding more weight. He's adding more weight to his poor dad's back, and eventually, when his dad had enough, he threw all that weight onto Andy, and then he was like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. You're supposed to bend to my will. Like, ugh.
It's one of the only people who still cares about him, and after all the shit he's put his dad through, it's shocking that that old Thomas still puts up with it. But it's his son at the end of the day, I guess.
Yeah.
You all say I like poop myself. Why do I have less poop accidents for? I rarely have one like school and work. Maybe because I have help and this isn't as much of a problem. Yes, I still shit myself. Listen, I always have problems reading the bottom of these screenshots. Like, if you ever wonder,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Because the recording logo is right there, and I can't really see it. But I see him saying that he doesn't have a rash anymore, so that's good. This was a weird.
Yeah, because he, just in case, this is what he says. You all say I like pooping myself. Why do I have less poop accidents for? I think he meant then. I really have one like school. Like at school or work. Maybe because I have help, so this isn't as much of a problem. Yes, I still pee myself. I don't have a rash because I have staff to help me. God, I hope those staff helping him are being paid good, because Jesus Christ.
Thing to add in here, you say I like to poop myself. I hate pooping myself. That's why I'm always wearing these fucking diapers. But no, Andy, I don't think you like to poop yourself. I don't think other people think you like to poop yourself. I think that myself and other people think that you just so happen to poop yourself, and then once you do, you realize, oh shit, it's time to get somebody to change this for me. Why is my room clean? Who cleans my room? I have helped to clean my room. I help clean my room.
Sure.
Staff help me step by step. I want to help out. It's part of my routine. Proof I am not faking and not want my way. Proof dad abused me and neglect me and plays victim. Then has the city of Tonawanda police protect him. I'm also noticing that Andy can get his grammar and spelling right in some cases, and then he chooses to forget it in others. Again, this is just more of him. He's really trying to instill this idea that, look, I can't do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, he says, proof my dad abuses me and neglects me and plays victim. You're the one playing victim, Andy. You're the one playing victim. You're hurting your dad and when he's trying his best, and then you're playing victim, but then you try and blame it on everyone else. Which is just such a shitty thing to do. Don't do that.
Just can't do it. But yeah, then he wants to have APS in New York protect him. He doesn't have PA to protect him. Like, oh my god, this Thomas guy is just the worst, and he doesn't have staff to protect him. Last night I was told to hang up on Dad because he was abused me, and I did that so I did not have a behavior issue. I guarantee you, Andy called his dad. His dad was like, Andy, what do you want? Andy was like, Dad, are you ready to start filling out this paperwork? And here, let me tell you a million things wrong with how they're treating me and what you're doing to me. I'm not going to ask anything about Mom or anything because I really don't give a shit. It's just time to talk about me. And eventually his dad was probably like, okay, Andy, I've heard enough. Then Andy does his thing where he's like, well, then you don't care about me, Dad.
Yeah, I feel like that's what probably happened. He called his dad to do something, and then when Andy's dad was like, I don't want to do this, I had to take care of the rest of the family, we can even tell they have a dog. I don't know what happened to the dog, but, he has to also take care of the dog. Then Andy just starts doing a temper tantrum, and then lies, and the staff don't actually know what's going on, so they're like, oh, just, hang out, just don't talk to him. And then Andy's like, oh, okay, because if I do, then he'll stop abusing me so I don't have behavior issues. And it's like, no, it's because you don't want to take accountability.
And then it leads to Andy eventually having a quote-unquote behavior issue. But he chalks it up to his dad abusing him and the workers noticing that and taking the phone away. That's never happened. His dad's like, his dad has called him out for bullshit, but his dad's not sitting there going like, look at you just rotting away right there. Like, oh, you help with your diapers? Sucks for you, Andy. Like, if his dad was doing that, it'd be a different story, but he's not. Proof dad is protected by people who permit his abuse and neglect of me and then claim I am not disabled and I want attention and sympathy. The truth hurts, doesn't it?
Hold on, wait. Proof dad is protected by people who permit his abuse and neglect of me and then claims I am not disabled and want attention and sympathy. The truth hurts, doesn't it? No. I think the truth hurts for you because you don't want to realize that your dad has not been abusing you, he's not been neglecting you, he's been doing his best as a father, and that you are faking being disabled, and that you just want sympathy. Just saying it as it is.
What truth? What proof? Like, there's so much stuff you're saying here, yet not backing any of it up. You're just talking a lot of shit on your dad and accusing him of a whole bunch, but not showing any proof, yet he keeps saying, here's the proof. Now, there are 4 photos.
It's just like, the proof is in my ass. Sorry. I'm such a weirdo.
Photos attached to this community post, which we're gonna look at. But they're just pictures of his room. His really clean room that Andy helped do himself. It was the workers, it was Andy, and they all teamed up on this great, arduous mission where they had to go and clean Andy's room, and he's proud of it. But I don't know where the proof is that his dad abuses him. I think the cleanliness of the room is proof alone of the abuse. Like, if his dad was a better guy, Andy's room at home wouldn't have been that dirty. But because he's away from his dad, look how clean his room is now. Bam, gotcha, abuse, clearly. But these first 3 photos are just photos of Andy's room. And then oh my god, the magnum opus, maybe one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I don't know where this photo comes from, but Andy then took a picture of a room and just started photoshopping, like very, like crudely photoshopping.
Yeah, you tell that's so bad.
Like my old thumbnails. This looks horrible. There's a bed with like a purple background there. There's a bunch of shit that's just all over the place in this bedroom. And
like, all this doesn't make sense. Like, why is there a fucking dresser on the, looks like AI generated bed? There's a random sign that should be on this wall, by the way it's angled, not on that one. There's a PC that clearly does not belong in this room, and then a random part of a vanity.
Maybe that's Andy's dream room. But, again, it's not proof that his dad...
Oh, okay, so apparently his dream room is having a dresser on top of the bed.
...that abuses him. It's not proof that he has autism. And it's just pictures of his fucking room. It's just proof that it's in better shape than it was last week. And that's, I guess, the point of this post. To claim all these things, yet back none of it up, and say that everyone else is the issue. That he's doing great, dad's a problem, and all these fakers are the real fakers, basically. He has autism, and anyone who says that he's lying, they're the fakes, which isn't...
I feel like if he saw this video, he'd be like, you're only saying you have autism because you're lying, and it's like, dude, I got diagnosed at like 15, like 115. Like, what are you talking about?
Andy doesn't have autism. Andy clearly has some type of mental illness, but it's not autism, and he really doesn't like that it isn't. And that's that. So to anyone who made it to the end of this video, thank you. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to update y'all on Andy Ditch. He's been gone for the most part, no new videos or anything, but that community post was basically just Andy coming back to say, hey, it's still Dad's fault. And he's mad probably about all the fakeness people are claiming about him. You can hear me saying it a lot. You can hear Kiwi Tape saying it a lot. Anybody who knows Andy's story is just saying, man, this dude is one big fake. And even his archive channels are named as such. Because you can go find Andy's, like most of his archive anyway, on an account called The Busin' Faker. And This guy's putting up a lot of Andy's old shit, and I'll have him linked in the description below. And yeah, if you want to see anything more on this guy, you can go over there. You can watch the videos I've done on Andy, and there's a lot of content out there about him. But until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Remember to follow me over.
Okay, apparently that's the end. Before we leave, I want to check this out.
I'm calling my lawyer. Stand up and put your hands back.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like everything. Holy shit, this guy's got receipts. What was his most oldest video? 6 months ago. Autism faker Andrew Ditch cries about internet bullies to senior Jad. January 8th of 2025. Guys, subscribing to this. I need the updates. Anyway, that was that. I guess I'll see you guys around. Peace out. Bye.